Hey y'all, this is the Elements and Compounds unit test. You will be able to use a periodic table. I'm going to read each question to you, and if you need to pause or rewind or fast forward at any time, you're able to do that. Just make sure you're circling your answer on your test and that you also bubble each answer in on your Scantron or your bubble sheet. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Number 1. Julian is using the chemical formulas for various substances to classify them as either a compound or an element. Which of the following should he identify as an element? A. Capital C, capital O, 2. B. Capital C, capital O. C. Capital C2, capital O, 6. Or D. Capital C, O, lowercase o. All right, number 2. James saw the letter P on a container in the science lab. Which element was most likely found in the container? So you may need to use your periodic table for this. F, sodium. G, nitrogen. H, phosphorus. Or J, peroxide. If you need to pause and use your periodic table right now, you can do that. All right, number 3. What's the smallest part of an element? A compound. B, an atom. C, a mixture. Or D, a solution. All right, number 4. Which item listed below is not considered an element? F, calcium, capital C, lowercase a. G, water, capital H2, capital O. H, phosphorus, capital P. Or J, sulfur, capital S. If you need to pause and go back to any of the first 4, you can do that now. If not, we're going to move on to number 5. Number 5. Which of the following substances is a compound? A, capital C. B, capital N, capital H, 3. C, capital C, lowercase o. Or D, capital K. All right, number 6. A new compound has just been developed. Its formula is capital C, 17, capital H, 2, capital O, capital N, 4, capital N, lowercase a, capital O, 9, capital P. How many different elements make up this compound? F8, G7, H6, or J32? All right, number 7. Which of the following elements makes up a large portion of the rocks in the earth, living matter, oceans, and the atmosphere? A, Si, B, H, C, He, or D, O? If you need to pause and go back to any of the first 7, you can do that now. If not, I'm going to go on to the last 3 on the back. All right, number 8. The Earth's atmosphere consists of a limited number of elements as shown below. So we have a graph, a pie graph here, and the title says Elements in Earth's Atmosphere. And the blue is marked with 78%. The red is marked with oxygen, 21%. And this little sliver of green is marked as argon and other, 1%. Which of the following elements is represented by 78% on the pie graph above? F, carbon, G, hydrogen, H, nitrogen, or J, helium? All right, number 9, the title says abundance of elements in living organisms. And then it gives us the element name and the percentage. And we have oxygen, 65%, carbon, 18%, hydrogen, 10%, nitrogen, 3%, and others, 4%. It says, according to the table above, the largest portion of living matter is made up of which two elements? A, hydrogen and oxygen, B, oxygen and nitrogen, C, nitrogen and others, or D, oxygen and carbon? All right, number 10. And this one's long, so long as in it takes up a long part of the page. So I'm going to try to zoom out so you can see a little more. All right. The title says abundance of elements in Earth's crust. And then it gives us the element and the percentage. So we have oxygen, 47%, silicon, 28%, aluminum, 8%, iron, 5%, calcium, 4%, sodium, 3%, potassium, 3%, and magnesium, 2%. And the question says, according to the table above, which graph below represents the most abundant elements in Earth's crust? So each graph on F, G, H, and J has the elements going across here that were listed above. And then going here is where you see your percentages. On F, those percentages go from 0 to 40. On G, the percentages go from 0 to 60. On H, the percentages go from 0 to 50. And on J, the percentages go from 0 to 50. So try to match the graph below to the data above. When you've done that, if you can make sure you've circled each answer on your test and that you've bubbled in each circle on your Scantron or your bubble sheet, and then you're going to be turning that bubble sheet in. Take your time if you need to go back, and if not, if you're good, then check that, make sure that you've circled and bubbled. All right, thanks.